Hey everybody, welcome back to No Jumper News. It's Adam22 here with your man AD. Let's get right into these stories. A lot of you are probably wondering why this video is not about Draco the Ruler, who was tragically stabbed in Los Angeles over the weekend and passed away. We're going to be having that conversation on Tuesday on the No Jumper show. I wanted to keep this separate, so that's your explanation for that. First story, Big Sean did not hold back his thoughts on his former mentor Kanye West during his Drink Champs interview this weekend. Ye's comments came up where he said that signing Big Sean to his Good Music label was the worst thing that I've ever done during his appearance on Drink Champs back in November. In Sean's response, he called his record deal shitty, claimed that Ye owes him millions, and said that overall he was on some bitch ass shit in the interview. After thinking that it was funny/absurd at first, Sean says that Ye's comments hurt him, saying that he took the public shot personally. He explains why, and it boiled down to his loyalty and dedication to Ye and his label, Good Music.
First, I thought it was hilarious.
Right.
I thought the shit was funny.
Right.
Then I took it personal.
Right, cool.
I took it personal because I'm the only artist who's put out 5 albums under Good Music. Cudi left a long time ago, business-wise. You know what I'm saying? And they still clicked up and linked up, right? So I'm the only artist who put out 5 albums under Good Music. I'm the only one who put out back-to-back-to-back number ones, platinum albums, double platinum albums, platinum album. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, being signed to Kanye is a golden opportunity.
Right.
It's something that he changed my life and I love him for that. But every time Kanye has called on me, every single time, no matter what I was doing, within 1 day's notice, I'm wherever he's at, bro. And whether it's to contribute to him in the studio, whether it's to contribute a line, write a verse for him. He just take maybe parts of the verse, maybe the whole verse, maybe just to help him with his vibe, like just to help him catch a vibe wherever he's at in the world, bro. I've traveled around the world for this man every time he's called. And have done this and not asked for publishing a lot of the times. Why? Because he gave me a golden opportunity of signing to Good Music.
Big Sean claimed that Kanye owed him millions of dollars and that he recently hired an auditor. The amount that Sean claims that he's due is around $6 million, although he notes he's not sure if this is even on Kanye's radar. Still, he says that he thought UMG was the one screwing him at first. He says he finally learned that Good Music was allegedly pocketing extra profits off the success of his many albums, the most put out by any Good Music artist, he points out. Sean also addressed Kanye's gripe about him and John Legend endorsing other candidates while Ye was running for president last year.
So for irony's sake, in 2015, when I won a VMA with Ye and John Legend, for irony's sake, for One Man Could Change the World, I was the first person to tweet Kanye for president. The first one. Now peep this out. While he was running for president, I didn't have his contact. I purposely didn't endorse anybody publicly, politically, because my man's is running. I don't even have his contact at the time.
After Kanye's Drink Champs interview dropped, Sean had taken to Twitter to address Ye's bizarre statements, revealing that he was just with him immediately after by way of photo. I was just with this man. He ain't never saying none of that. And this was just after the interview. I'm dying laughing at you, at Kanye West. Now, I know we've covered this Big Sean issue before about him and Kanye's whole issue and everything. Personally, I like seeing Big Sean come out and just air out everything that he has in terms of issues with Kanye, because, I mean, it's been pretty obvious that Big Sean has gotten the short end of the stick for years and years now. And it's nice to see him finally in the position where he can actually speak freely, because it felt like for years and years, like he even says in the story that, you know, during Kanye's presidential run, he wasn't really behind him, but he stayed silent about who he was going to vote for, etc., because he didn't want to disrespect the guy who signed him. I think Big Sean was an exemplary artist in terms of how he behaved while he was on Good Music, and I like seeing him come out and speak his truth.
Yeah, I hate that, you know, people put out personal business. You know what I'm saying? When it's people that you can probably look at each other as family at one point in time, I don't think Ye should have came out and said that that's the worst decision that he's ever made. Like, that's kind of fucked up. So, I'm glad Big Sean stood up for himself and saying his side of the story and shit. You know, it just seems like two fucking brothers, an older brother tripping, and the little brother's over there, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that Kanye really don't really feel that way about Big Sean. He's just upset at the time and shit, and, you know, they can hash that shit out, but yeah.
I mean, we could talk about who's the better artist or who's the cooler dude, etc. But at the end of the day, if Kanye went and did that Drink Champs interview and then The next day, he's chilling with Big Sean and doesn't have anything negative to say about him. I'm sorry, but that is some punk ass shit right there. If you're gonna say something to millions and millions of people on Drink Champs, you should have the nutsack to say that to his face. And I don't really understand how Kanye could possibly not think that that's the case, because almost everybody I'm associated with, I could never imagine you going on an interview and talking down on somebody and then being cool with them the next day. It's like, that just doesn't even process in my brain, and I like seeing Big Sean hold him to account for it.
Yeah, you're right about that. A video circulated on social media shows Blac Youngsta rapping his 2016 Shake Something track during his show on Friday night at Ace's Dallas nightclub in Dallas, Texas. The track is a diss song aimed at Young Dolph, who was fatally shot at Makita's Cookies in Memphis, as we reported last month. Footage shows an energetic Blac Youngsta lighting up and smoking on stage before passionately rapping about the deceased artist. He uses a backing track until halfway through his performance, when he pauses and continues a cappella. Young Dolph fans on social media criticized the move as disrespectful. One person tweeted, "Definitely not fucking with Blac Youngsta after performing his diss song for Dolph after he passed away. I literally just deleted him from my Apple Music library." The beef between the pair stems back to Blac Youngsta was reportedly accused of being involved in a shooting incident targeting Young Dolph in February 2017. Dolph's SUV was shot at 100 times outside the annual Central Intercollegiate Athletic Association basketball tournament in Charlotte, North Carolina. Blac Youngsta was arrested and charged for his alleged involvement. He was charged with 6 counts of discharging a firearm in an occupied property and 1 count of felony conspiracy, but denied the allegations. In May of 2019, all charges against Blac Youngsta were dropped in the case. On the other end of the spectrum, another wrote, "Shake Something is Blac Youngsta's only good song, so I don't blame him for still performing it." Another video clip has started to garner people's attention. Affiliate of Young Dolph, Grove Hero, had pulled up to Blac Youngsta's neighborhood to expose his grandma's poor living conditions. One fan confirmed in a tweet, "Grove ain't tell one lie. Blac Youngsta dissing Dolph, but Dolph was the only one taking care of Memphis, and that's why they really mad. And now November 17th is Young Dolph Day."
So I guess the big question here is, after somebody passes away, do you retire the diss song? Because, you know, I'm sure everybody out there has heard this diss song. Myself, I've listened to plenty of Dolph diss songs where he's going at Gotti and Blac Youngsta. Should that song be retired? I think if you do retire, it shows that you still have a degree of respect for him. Seeing Blac Youngsta so happily performing it at this festival or at this concert makes me feel like there was never any love there. You know, he doesn't give a fuck.
Morally, it's wrong to diss the deceased ever. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't. I wish that artists didn't do that to each other. It don't matter who it is. But I don't expect everybody to understand. You know, there's a lot of things behind the scenes that the fans don't know. When it's street beef, when it's all type of situations that happen. You know, when you pick up this gang shit, right? And it's terrible. Gang shit is terrible. You feel me? Is nothing to glorify. But you know, one of the instance of this is death or jail. You know what I'm saying? And when someone dies, that beef don't fucking stop. That shit still continues and shit like that. So I don't support it, but I understand it from both sides when it comes down to it.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of times when you see gang violence, it's like not knowing all the details, it just seems unspeakably cruel. Like you can't even wrap your head around how somebody could hate somebody else this way. I'm sure if you were to get those rappers or those gang members or whatever to sit down and give you the full breakdown of everything that happened leading up to whatever situations might have happened, we might be a little bit more understanding. Because I mean, I do see situations like this where rappers are dissing each other all crazy, saying the worst things possible, but I do know everything in the background, and I'm, you know, all right, I get it. I understand that you guys hate each other that much. I wish it was more of a social norm to just retire the diss songs or not diss the dead. But I mean, some people hate each other so much that they just feel the need to do it. It's a shame, but I guess that's the world that we live in these days.
And you know, I wish my brothers didn't kill each other anyway. You know what I'm saying? This you know, this gotta stop, man. We keep seeing endless times now, young men losing, you know what I'm saying, their lives, and the people that are left are the ones that are really suffering, the mothers, the kids, the aunties, like everybody, bro. So it's a lose-lose situation when it comes down to everything. I wish everybody can just increase the peace, and we should go into 2022 with a new mindset.
Definitely. Agreed. YouTube, do us a favor, like, comment, subscribe, let us know your thoughts down below. We'll be back real soon. Appreciate you guys.